Is it true that Jungkook has special feelings for Jimin? This shocking question is currently stirring among BTS fans, after a series of suspicious moments between the two members of the global group sparked collective suspicion from ARMY. Social media is flooded with theories, video analysis, and snippets of interactions considered more than just ordinary friendship. Is this merely an overinterpretation by fans, or is there something deeper going on? The tension began when a fancam video went viral on platform X, formerly Twitter, showing a moment where Jungkook appeared to gaze at Jimin with an expression that some ARMY members interpreted as too gentle to be just friends. Shortly after, community forums such as Weverse and Reddit were filled with intense discussions, complete with timestamps, interaction comparisons, even compilations of facial expressions, as if the entire fandom had transformed into a digital forensics team determined to uncover the hidden feelings of an idol. What makes this issue even more intriguing is the consistency of these moments. In several of BTS's live broadcasts, especially the more spontaneous ones, Jungkook often appears to show small acts of care toward Jimin, serving food, adjusting a microphone, or simply staring at Jimin while speaking. These small gestures, when viewed individually, may seem ordinary, but when collected and analyzed by ARMY, a suspicious and for some, adorable pattern emerges. The theory of hidden feelings is not a new phenomenon within fandoms, but what sets this apart is how ARMY gathers and organizes evidence. They apply reasoning methods similar to criminal investigators, building a chronology of interactions, identifying motives, comparing reactions, even analyzing body language. There are even dedicated social media accounts that focus solely on Jungkook and Jimin's relationship, known in the fandom as Jungkook, and treat every appearance together as if it were a scene from an ongoing romance drama. Amid BTS's popularity as a global music group, everything related to the personal lives of its members holds exceptional appeal. However, this Jungkook case reveals a different level of engagement. ARMY is not just a group of fans. They have become interpreters of narratives, observers of micro-expressions, and even emotional speculators. This shows how strong the parasocial relationships BTS has built through their content, from V-Live to official documentaries, creating a space for fans to feel close and involved. However, not everyone agrees with this theory. Some fans argue that such speculation is excessive and could lead to violations of privacy. They remind others that warm interactions between BTS members are natural, considering they have spent more than a decade together, sharing joys and hardships as colleagues and brothers. Overanalyzing every glance or touch, they argue, only creates a false narrative that can psychologically burden both idols. Nevertheless, the narrative has already spread. Even some international media outlets have started to notice this phenomenon as material for fandom culture analysis. Communication and pop culture experts have begun to explore how the relationship between idols and fans in the digital era creates a powerful alternate reality where every interaction can carry hidden meanings that spark thousands of interpretations. What cannot be denied is the strong appeal of Jungkook and Jimin as a duo within the group. Their chemistry on stage and in everyday interactions often steals the spotlight. Regardless of the truth behind the rumored feelings, this pair has built a dynamic highly favored by fans. Is this a deliberate strategy by the agency? Or is their relationship so authentic that it naturally forms an emotional bond with the public? Up to now, neither Jungkook nor Jimin has made any statement addressing the speculation. As usual, they choose to focus on their work and group activities. Yet for some ARMY, their silence is seen as indirect evidence that something is being concealed. For others, it's simply a sign of professionalism and a desire to maintain boundaries between personal and public life. This phenomenon shows how fandom has evolved from mere music consumers to active communities, that help shape the narrative around their idols. Whether or not it's true that Jungkook has feelings for Jimin, one thing is clear. ARMY has proven themselves to be not just spectators, but sharp, creative, and highly observant readers of the story. So, does Jungkook truly have a crush on Jimin? Perhaps only time and their honesty can answer that. But in the meantime, the world will keep watching, guessing, and of course analyzing. But behind the uproar of the narrative about Jungkook's hidden feelings for Jimin, we must ask one important question. Is all of this truly real, or merely a constructed narrative born from the collective desire of fans for a romance that may not even exist? This debate is not simply about love or friendship between two BTS members. It's about how we, as viewers, media consumers, and part of the global pop culture, interpret and respond to the information we consume every day. Imagine how much impact can a single glance, a small gesture, have to trigger a storm of viral theories? Are we witnessing real love, or merely reading too deeply into a collection of visual expressions that are open to interpretation? Is it possible that we ourselves are the creators of this narrative, because we so desperately want a love story from those we admire? This is not just about Jungkook and Jimin, it's about how we shape reality based on desire and assumption. Most of the information fueling this speculation comes from unverified sources. Video clips from TikTok, snippets from YouTube live streams, ARMY comments on Twitter, to long analysis threads on Reddit and fan forums. These sources, while popular, are not forms of factual journalism, but rather community narratives, interpretations born from emotion, not from verification. So, the question is this wrong? Not necessarily. Enjoying theories and building dynamics between idols is part of the fandom experience. But what becomes crucial is how we differentiate between entertainment and reality. Can we still enjoy the content without falling into the belief that everything is fact? Can we remain enthusiastic fans without losing our ability to think critically? Amid the Jungkook phenomenon, it is important to remember that K-pop idols live under extreme scrutiny. They are under constant pressure to maintain their image, meet fan expectations, and protect their privacy. By spreading narratives that are not necessarily accurate, are we not at risk of imposing a story onto someone's real life? Are we, unconsciously, helping to create an environment that burdens their mental well-being? We invite you readers and BTS fans to pause for a moment and reflect. Do you